Bind is back. Baby Riot just dropped some major news on us, and it's about all the changes they've made to a lot of players' favorite map. I've seen them all and think that this map has the potential to be great, but they haven't changed. One thing that I really wish they did, we'll talk about that later. Here are all the changes that are coming to Bind in the next Stacked. By the way, we already have coaches working on an updated map course for Bind. So once it's ready, you'll already know how to play around the new changes and dominate this map. But now with this new change, you can punish the defense for playing too reactively. Did they just teleport from a short rotate back through market? Take the long teleporter and boom, you're right back into a split. Now that it's literally right at the entrance of showers and the doorway is much wider, you can burst out to sight almost immediately after teleporting, kind of like on Fracture, where you kind of have to keep fighting in order to win. It feels like Riot wants to keep people in the action with this big change. Also, retaking shower just became easier if you're playing long and the enemy team is running it down to take the teleporter and you're instantly right outside of shower, either ready to retake or even pinch the attackers who are trapped inside. I love this change, and they kept these stairs where the old teleporter used to end, so this is still a good way to peek into showers if you're an attacker. They've also adjusted the inside of shower to allow attackers to not run into so many crossfires. This side is much harder to play in, and the entrance to site is much wider, so that no longer are you going to be stuffed by mollies as easily. Now, they've also made plenty of changes to a site itself back on gate. They've added this small barrel that you can jump up on, and it's a lot easier for defenders to hold backside. Now beforehand, molly would absolutely wreck anyone who was playing back here, but now there's a bit of verticality that defenders can use to swap up where the enemies need to aim, or they can just use it to dodge a molly to discourage attackers even further from pushing back sight. They've also removed this cubby from the sight back. When you're retaking, this should be one less angle to clear out. These changes were made to discourage attackers from taking back sight and making it easier for defenders to hold it. Instead, they want attackers to play more on sight. They've extended these crates so that you can actually play on triple and not have it feel like a one-and-done spot anymore. This is now an actual new spot to play on sight. These changes have created an imaginary line through the middle of sight that gives you an idea of what you're not supposed to cross as an attacker or defender. They've also made a couple of changes to B sight. The entrance to defenders' spawn is much wider now, so that it should be easier for them to come out of beforehand. This was a tight choke point where one molly could stall a retake for like 3 years, but with more space now this isn't the case. They want retakes to feel much cleaner on this map. This new vent that they've added near elbow should also give defenders a new spot to launch utility through. Before, your only option was to launch something from spawn through elbow or just chuck it through the spawn choke without a variety of. Utility became predictable and easy to play around. But with this change, this should make it easy to change up where your utility is coming from in clear sight. Retakes should feel much easier with these new changes. Now, don't get me wrong, I love these new changes and I'm really excited to play Bind again, but they didn't touch hookah. I don't know how you guys feel, but I think that this was the worst part of the map. It's extremely close quarters. It's hard to clear, and the teleporter makes it extremely easy for defenders to play a crossfire, and with no change to this part of. This is still going to be a race-dominated meta. Even with her boombot, nerf, there's just no agent who can take this part of the map better than she can. Maybe this could be a good Gecko map. His wingman could clear hookah. His mosh pit is huge and takes up a lot of B-site, and you could throw Dizzy through hookah's opening in the roof. Maybe there's still some changes coming, but we'll just have to wait and see. Okay, so that's all the buying changes that Riot store. I love them all, and they should create a freshness throughout the map and help its identity. It feels like a reactionary base map. Similar to Fracture, each team has a goal, and with these changes, Riot has helped us establish those as we play. So if this video is helpful to you, be sure to drop a like and subscribe down below. As creators, this helps us a ton. Now, if you want to learn how to play other maps like this, we at Skillcapped can help you. With our Radiant-produced map guides, you'll learn how to play on any map and dominate, but that's not all. With a subscription to our site, you gain access to hundreds of hours of Radiant-produced educational content. This also includes access to our ASCA Pro channel and our Discord, where you can set up a VA review with one of our coaches. No other service can offer you this much value, I promise. Now, head on over to skillcapped.com and get started on your way to the rank you deserve. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for listening, guys. We here at Skillcapped want to thank y'all for watching, and we'll catch you in the